Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi! My name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, we are taking a look at this Create Your Own Tarot deck. This is a full set of cards to color and it retails for $9.99, and I will link where you can purchase it down in the description box as always if you are interested. So it says, mysterious by nature and lovely to look at, tarot cards are a well-known and powerful form of divination, but they can also teach us a great deal about our inner selves. As well as explaining how to read the tarot, this book contains a complete deck of 78 cards for you to press out and color. Each one is beautifully drawn to an original design and will inspire a fascination with tarot and the insight it brings. So, I already love how the art is. Let's take a look. It's published by Sirius. Alrighty. Picture credits, Mary Evans Picture Library, Bridgman Images. Okay, so we have the introduction, the suits, the 3-card spread, and the Celtic cross, and the meaning of the cards for both the major and minor, and then the cards. So let's just have a peek-see. Oh, interesting. All right. The origins of tarot are not known, but evidence suggests the cards have been in existence since the 15th century. The first set of tarot cards we know of, the Visconti Sforza deck, is Italian in origin. The second and more complete set is known as the Charles VI deck, named after the King of France, although the cards may have originated in Italy. The earliest evidence of playing cards dates back to 9th century China. Medieval tarot cards may have been based on these earlier playing cards. So there's a bunch of information here, which is fantastic. We love to see information. All right, the suits, we have timing, care, signifier, choosing, correspondences. Oh, we love that. Okay, more spreads. So we have the 3-card and the Celtic cross. So giving you an example of how to use them. More information on the Celtic cross, fantastic. And then we have the meanings. So we'll go through, we'll pull a card after we pop them out, and then we'll pull and see how the guidebook reads here. But for right now, we're just going to flip through and see what else is going on in the book. I think this might be great if you're a beginner or if you just want to have a fun activity. Also, I'm thinking stocking stuffer. I'm thinking the holidays are right around the corner. Okay, and here's the cards. So what I'm going to do is pop them out, and then we can see an actual flip through of them. But they do feel really thin, I'm not going to lie, because this is like, I'm going to say barely cardstock. But we'll see how it goes. Already, I'm getting frustrated. It's not that it's terribly hard to get the cards out. It's just that the cardstock itself is quite thin. So I'm really trying to be patient with myself and not try to rush because I'm really afraid of ripping the actual card. So my warning to you is to just go slow and be patient, and you'll be able to get them out. You're going to need a lot of patience. I am just now starting with the cups. I have the major and the suit of wands over here. This is not going to be a very luxurious deck, just be warned, but I think it will be a very fun activity. My suggestion would be to maybe color on the pages first before you pop them out. It might be more beneficial to, you know, do it a little bit as you go, because it might be harder to color if this moves around. So that's just a thought, but I am punching them all out just so that we can get the experience of it, and then maybe towards the end we can see how the cardstock takes the color. All right, so that was not fun. This is what you're left with. I I'm going to see if I could eventually, like, maybe just cut all of this off so that it'll close decently. So that's how it looks, but that's all right. The more I was thinking about this as I was popping them out, the more I like the idea of it. I think it might be really good to have as a creative outlet, as well as to maybe put your own intentions into the deck for it. This would also be really good to have as a knockaround deck, one that, you know, you don't have to treat with extra special care if you would like to use for your altar, if you would like to use for, you know, traveling, but it's not going to last long. It really won't. In fact, as you can see, I've already destroyed one card, and so just keep that in mind when you're purchasing this. I think this is going to be more of like a fun activity, rainy day activity, more so than like let's actually use the deck one-on-one all the time. You are left with these rougher edges from where they popped out, so I mean, it's probably not going to feel super great in your hand. I'm sure there's a way that you could probably deal with that, but it's out of my wheelhouse. But this is what the back looks like, and it is a glossy back. And I do like how fun this back art is. It definitely encompasses the feel. But as you can see, it is very similar to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So I'm just going to kind of quickly flip through because it is just basically what you would expect from the Rider-Waite-Smith art. And it'll just give you an idea of how big the line spaces are, how maybe you can color it. It's very, I think it would be very fun and very therapeutic. Maybe I can use this deck as an ASMR coloring video. Please let me know if that's something you'd be interested in, because see, it's like, you have to be like super careful, and I was being so careful. But yeah, if you're interested in like a coloring ASMR video, I would love to do that. So I'm just going to show you the major arcana. I feel like we don't really need to get into the minors because they pretty much all resemble the Rider-Waite-Smith. But I think there's something beneficial in this. Is it my favorite thing? No. I will tell you, I do have another Color Your Own deck that I got at Costco a couple years back, actually. And I think you can still buy it online. And the cards were already pre-cut out. And they were a lot thicker cardstock, and they were longer. And I enjoyed that much more than this. I get this whole thing, like, it makes sense, don't get me wrong, but it's just more tedious, and you're asking for just rough edges, and you're asking for things to tear. Yeah, this is going to be one of those decks where it's like a fun activity, and then maybe if you can't afford like a nice deck yet, this might be a great starter deck for you. I can see both the pros and the cons of this. I think, like I said, more than anything, it would be a great stocking stuffer for people who are just starting out, or, you know, if you want to kind of dip your feet in and see whether or not you like tarot to begin with. But I mean, I'm trying to be very unbiased because I do like the idea. I think there's something beneficial in being able to go through your whole deck and figure out what colors represent what, why you want to have them on your card, make them feel more personal to you. This is a great way to do that. And this is also a great way to learn more about each card as you go, because it makes you research a little bit more into why you want to add certain colors, why the symbols are there, etc. So I mean, there's good points and bad points to this. The quality could definitely be better, right? But as far as like the convenience, it makes sense. You only really have a book to deal with. And at the end of the day, there's a lot less waste than I thought that there was going to be. But again, if you already have the cards printed out, there's even less waste. So I'm just going to leave that there. Let's go to the Knight of Swords and the meaning. All right. The Knight of Swords is a brave warrior who challenges injustice wherever he sees it and is willing to make sacrifices to uphold his principles. This card may represent a young man or woman who displays these qualities or could suggest the time is right for the querent to develop them. All right, so we're not getting like reversals, we're not getting keywords, but that's fine. Like I said, I think this would be a great stepping stone or a starting point for people who are wanting to learn more about tarot, but don't know where to begin. And just to let their creativity run wild. I don't have any colors up here besides some gel pens. Let's just see how the cardstock takes the gel pen. It's not bad. It's actually doing well with the gel pen. I like the spacing of the lines. It gives you a lot more control as to what type of medium you want to use, whether you want to use colored pencils, fine tip markers, whether you want to use crayons. You can probably use those as well. But yeah, it's not terrible to color. It seems like it's going to hold the gel pen ink. But as always, whenever you're using any form of ink, you want to make sure you're waiting for it to dry before you try to smear it. But yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the process. I'm not mad at the information that's in the book. I'm more or less more frustrated at the quality of the cardstock. So yeah, I don't hate it is what I'm trying to say. But please let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And if you want a coloring ASMR video, I would be so down to do that. So let me know in the comments about that as well. And with that being said, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of the video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.